English.kást. Anglický podcast na cesty.
Dobrý den, vítám vás u dalšího dílu podcastu English.kást. Dnešní díl jsem se rozhodla natočit tady s Martinem.
Ahoj.
A Martin je možná můj budoucí kolega, protože v současné době studuje učitelství na univerzitě v Hradci Králové, kde jsem já taky studovala a dokonce jsem tam i pár let učila. No a díky tomu jsme se s Martinem poznali. Důvod Martinovy dnešní návštěvy není ten, že bychom s Martinem dnes probírali jeho studijní léta, ale chtěla bych s ním spíš probrat jeho vztahy, nebo vztah, který není úplně tak tradiční, protože ten jeho vztah je s Američankou a on nám o něm něco poví a přepneme zase do angličtiny, aby to bylo v angličtině, jako potřebujeme a na úrovni se budeme pohybovat nejvíc, co to půjde, takže se nebudeme snažit mluvit pomalu, nebudeme se snažit o nějaký jednodušší výrazy, to si sjedeme třeba potom, ale teďka se budeme snažit mluvit přirozeně, tak jako kdybychom se potkali někde a já bych Martina dlouho neviděla, zeptala bych se, jak se má, prostě klasický náš rozhovor. Tak jo, let's do it.
Let's do this.
Yeah. So, hi Martin. I haven't seen you for quite a long time. How have you been?
It's true, I haven't seen you in ages. I've been doing great myself. How about you?
I've been great too, but I've heard that you have a new girlfriend. Is it true?
That would be the case, yes, that's true.
All right. Could you tell us more about this? Like, how did you meet this girl?
I would love to. It's one of my favorite stories to tell. It all started with my friend coming back from America from his stay, and when we met up in a pub, he told me, Martin, there's gonna be a group coming from America. I would like for you to meet them, to guide them around, which I was excited for. And then he told me, but beware, because there is this one girl, and she's totally your type.
How could he know that she's your type?
I mean, he's one of my best friends. We know each other's types, All my guy friends in the audience will definitely understand.
So could you just describe me what she looks like?
Of course. She is a bit shorter, long brown hair, has glasses, and the most beautiful smile you've probably ever seen.
Oh, great. So she must be beautiful.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. So how did you do some first move, or how did it develop?
I wish I remembered. It was at a pub. No, but actually I do remember a little bit. We basically saw each other for only 2 days when she was in Hradec. Then she had to leave with her whole group. And in those 2 days we talked about pretty much basic stuff, getting to know each other. But right from the start, you could tell there was more to be talked about.
And do you think it was mutual, that she also fell in love with you?
Well, I'm being told that by my girlfriend, so hopefully that's the case. But at that point, back when I met her for the first time, I was absolutely sure that there's no chance that a girl like this would be interested in me.
Oh yes, that's a nice feeling for girls to have. So, did she also try to impress you somehow, or how did she impress you? Probably.
Just by her personality, honestly. I think she's the kindest person out there. And in those 2 days, I picked up some courage and asked her for a number. Mm-hmm. And ever since then, we basically talked every single day. First via text messages, then we got into phone calls, then FaceTime.
And she was back home then?
She was, yeah. She was in Czech Republic for basically a week, in my city for 2 days.
What was she doing exactly here?
She was here with a choir.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, she also sings beautifully, which I suppose is also my type, so.
But what was your first conversation about? Do you remember? Or probably the first sentence you told her that was, how you attracted her. Do you remember this one?
Ooh, I have no idea. I was just being very social because I love meeting people, and I got a whole group of Americans that, I try to communicate with as best as possible. And I suppose she liked that about me, and then when I saw her sitting more by herself, I finally saw my chance to go talk to her. And honestly, one of the first topics we talked about was and I don't know if audience will know this. Do you guys know furries? Do you know furries?
No.
Okay, furries is a community who dress up as animals. And for some reason, one of her first questions was, what fursona would I be, which is the kind of animal they dress up as, if I was one of from this community. And I don't know why, because she's not a furry and we don't know anyone who is. But there was
some criteria for her. Yeah, important.
Probably. Yeah, but I said sloth, and she said it's her favorite animal, and she always thought she would be the same. So I suppose that was our first connection.
So you are funny people, I would say, both of you, it seems.
I like to think that.
Yeah, and how long have you been together, by the way?
Right now it's gonna be for over a year since we started dating when I first arrived to America last September.
So you met here, and then she traveled back to the US. And how did you agree on the first date outside Czech Republic?
Well, since I was going for a study stay at her school, her university, we knew that there is a possibility to, spend the whole stay together. So when I arrived, we already knew so much about each other, and we've talked every day, and it was basically obvious that as soon as I arrive, if she still likes me, if she likes how I look, we will start dating. So on the first day, which was, by the way, her birthday, I surprised her.
Wow.
And yeah, and I'm super lucky since our anniversary and her birthday are the same day, so I don't have to remember too many dates.
Oh, that's good.
Right?
Yeah, men usually are not very good at this.
I'm neither.
Or me neither.
Yeah, me neither.
But I wanted to, as well, one thing, because you said in America, you went to America, and that was already destined somehow, or you already applied for America before you met her?
No, so I was thinking of going to America, but I wasn't all that sure. But when we started talking, I knew I had to see her again. Even as a friend, honestly, she's such a great person to know. So I decided, hey, I want to see those people again. I'm gonna go to this university to America.
Yeah, so it was on purpose.
Most definitely.
Planned. But also there are other applicants, so you were sure about getting there? Or did you try hard to get there?
Honestly, I don't think I've ever spent so much time writing a letter as I did when I was applying to go to America. I really wanted to get there, and yeah, I believe if you really want to do something, you'll get to do it.
That's amazing. Nice story, yeah. But of course, there might come certain problems in this relationship. Like, what would you say might be the disadvantage of this relationship?
Honestly, the biggest one is not being able to fully be there for your partner when they are dealing through some tough times. Because, I don't know, I suppose most of the people would agree with me, when you're feeling, bad, if you don't have any friends around, or it's just tough at that exact moment, the best thing would be if your partner would come up to you, hug you, maybe bring you some nice snack or something. I can do none of those things.
That's a shame, yeah. But you at least call her or try to comfort her somehow via camera?
Well, most definitely. Actually, today in the day of technology, I can even look up grocery stores around her area and send her some of her favorite snacks or flowers.
So you have to be creative in making the surprises or stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. And what do you like about this? Is there anything you can like about distance relationship?
I would say so. When people ask me if it's difficult to be in a long-distance relationship, I always tell them, yes, it is, but it has some advantages. One of them, of course, is that we are both studying right now, and to have a set time that we spend with each other and set time that we are studying and doing, things for school or being around our friends is quite beneficial to just stay in this, healthy head state. But I think the main benefit I see in it is that we at least try to call, and usually we get to every day for at least 1 hour and genuinely talk to each other, which I feel like most, or not most, but some relationships, some people, they don't do that, even when they live in the same house. So
Yeah. Sometimes it becomes the stereotype, and people just pass around each other, and they don't care about what their feelings are. So this is quite nice ritual, I would say. Yeah. So you really do this every day. You call each other every day.
There's not a. There have been some days, but I think I could count them on the fingers on my hands. They, there's not a day where we wouldn't talk.
Nice. And you still have some topics to talk about, because it doesn't get boring?
I don't think we will ever run out of topics, honestly. Because she's so fascinating, and for some reason she finds me interesting.
What do you think that she finds interesting about you?
I have no idea. Probably just my open personality, how I like to talk to people, and also my future job, since she herself was thinking of becoming a teacher and always has been a great student who appreciated teachers. So
yeah. So you kind of have the connection, which is important in the relationship. Yeah. And what about the language barrier? Is there anything that you would say probably someone doesn't understand her, or your parents? I don't know if your parents can speak English.
Oh, yeah, that was difficult when she came here for summer for 2 months. I basically had to translate in between her and my friends, my parents, especially my grandparents, who speak no English. But honestly, I was pleasantly surprised, because I saw how my parents really tried to talk to her. I was proud of them for speaking English, and I saw how much she meant to them, how hard they tried to communicate something with her. So,
by the way, was it the first girlfriend you've introduced to your parents?
No, it wasn't.
Good. But it's nice of them that they tried, yeah. So what is the typical conversation at the table if you invited her somewhere to lunch? What does it look like?
With my parents?
Yeah, your parents and your girlfriend.
Okay. Well, usually I try to peacefully eat my meal, and they excitedly talk to each other, and usually
English?
In English, yeah. And they manage, but it always comes to a point where they start asking me to translate, which I'm always happy to do so.
You're happy, yeah, so you're not annoyed.
I am, but when I'm eating my meal, it could wait for a moment. We could talk over coffee, so sometimes it got a bit difficult. I got a bit overwhelmed, but that happens.
It might be quite a complication, yeah, so because you have to interpret or translate every single word that she's saying, or sometimes, yeah. But I know that your dad can speak English, but your mom, she is like a good level, or
I would say
understand.
She's been learning English whilst doing homework with her 3 kids. So
So good. So at least there are some basics for basic communication. Okay, and do they accept her that she's from another country? It's quite a personal question, but
no, there's no personal questions.
Yeah? Okay, I'm glad.
They surprisingly they do it. I think it's 2 things. First of all, my sister has been living in Japan for quite a while, and she's not really planning on moving back. So they're already used to, their child being quite far away from them. And secondly, which I think is the main thing, or at least that's what they tell me, they've never seen me this happy. And I myself have never been this happy. And since they are amazing parents, they probably just want what's the best for me, or what I enjoy the most, which is being with her.
Beautiful. And one more personal question. Aren't you a little bit jealous if you know that she's miles away from you and you can't even talk to her face to face when you are away from each other?
I mean, we can talk face to face via FaceTime.
But still, it's not the same.
What do you mean by jealous, though, if I may ask?
So because she's alone there, she can go anywhere without you. She just doesn't have to ask you so much, probably. Yeah. So if she wants to find a lover or a secret boyfriend, she can do that.
I think it wouldn't be too tough for her. But honestly, I don't. Not even I don't think. I'm sure she's not a person who do that, and.
She should hear that.
I mean, hopefully she'll listen to this. I try to talk as sweet about her as possible. So, but no. Of course, sometimes jealousy can be an issue, And there's other issues connected to it, being far away from each other, but I mean, communication is the key. If I'm feeling jealous, I'll tell her, hey, this thing that you're doing or that you're planning to do is making me uneasy. And she doesn't take it as, me being insecure or me trying to be controlling. She just has a conversation with me, and usually it ends up, we both realize, oh, there was some sort of misunderstanding or something. We don't want to hurt each other, and it all works out in the end. We haven't had a single argument for this entire year, talking, and I don't see one happening.
Great. Let's talk about it in 5 years, if it's still the same situation.
Let's have a talk about it. We'll see.
But that's bring me to your future. Like, do you see your future here or in the United States, or how is it looking out?
So ideally, I see my future, somewhere in Bahamas, sipping on a drink, not having to work a day in my life.
That's two of us.
but no, we will probably have to stay in America for multiple reasons. Probably the main one being that her job requires her to stay there, what she's studying for at least, and she's really good at it, and she's gone through so much struggle. It wouldn't be fair if I just said, hey, let's move somewhere else so you cannot do this job. So that was kind of the main reason why. So yeah, I'm seeing myself in America in about 2 years, hopefully.
2 years already?
I mean, when I finish my university, going
And you
straight
have any
over.
idea what could you do there? Like English teacher? Is it possible even?
Right? I was quite struggling with the thought of teaching English in America, although I feel like some Americans could definitely use it. But luckily there is this little thing, it's called ESL, English as a second language, and there's teachers who teach students from all around the world who come to America with their parents, and they need to learn English at the same high school where other students are studying other topics. So hopefully I could try to do that. I also teach civics, or I'm studying to teach civics.
Oh, that's news for me.
Oh, really? And, America is very, very interesting when it comes to politics and social studies overall. So I'm quite sure I'll find some fun topics to teach.
Yeah, good. And if you hadn't met your girlfriend, then would you have studied there, or would you have gone to United States?
Well, I feel like I should say yes, because soon I'll have to go through customs and they'll ask me if I love America. So, of course, I do. But honestly, no. No. I'm not the biggest fan. The people there are amazing, but the whole social system there, I don't think is working correctly.
So hopefully you will find a way how to deal with that, yeah? So survive there, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to recording one more podcast with you in 5 years.
That would be lovely. I mean, 5 years, that's about when the wedding's gonna be probably, which is gonna be in Czech Republic. So if we can make it happen.
You're planning wedding already?
I mean, if I'm not marrying this girl, I don't know what I'm doing,
Have you proposed her?
No, she definitely would like me to, but I do have a rule, at least 1 year of living together before I propose, because I can be quite annoying to live with, I think. So I want her to, make sure she knows what she's getting into.
Oh, that's a good decision. We did the same with my husband right now, and I would say it's a good step to do.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm glad.
I also know some people who haven't done this, and they are breaking up or divorcing right now in this moment. So it's a not very pleasant situation then. So definitely a good decision. Yeah. And now, how often do you see each other?
About once or twice a year. It's gonna be this Christmas, then next summer. So there's quite a long break in between each meetup.
Wow, how do you deal with lonely evenings? It must be horrible.
I mean, I talk to her, she has a lot of studies, so we stay on the phone whilst I'm doing my own things. And also, I don't know if it ever happened to you, but for guys it's quite common, honestly, where when you find a girlfriend, you start spending more time with her, and your friends start, picking on you, being like, hey, you're only spending time with your girlfriend. Right now, I have 2 years that I can still give full time to all of my friends, and then I can be like, hey, it was nice with you guys. Now I kind of have to move
bye.
on. Yeah.
But it seems that you are a planning guy. You like knowing what is going to happen next, or it seems like now, yeah. So when you are speaking about your like in 2 years I'm gonna get married and then we're gonna stay there, so you have everything quite planned.
I like to have an outline, but honestly, if something doesn't go according to the plan, I don't stress it. I enjoy, when life just flows by and does its things. So
Okay, and just tell me one thing. Is there anything that you don't like about your girlfriend?
There's this one thing that honestly, I just absolutely hate, and that is that she's so far away. That's the only thing I can say. I'm sorry. That's the only thing I can say.
She's perfect.
She genuinely is. The only thing, and I mean, that's just for her. She's too kind. And sometimes, people who are too kind, they can get hurt. But it's not that I would hate her. That's something I adore about her. But that's the only thing that I would see as maybe not all the way positive. But, that's why I'm there for. If she gets hurt, I'm there to try to save that. So.
So, yeah, I saw her picture and she looks really nice as a super kind person.
Oh,
so,
yeah, most definitely.
Right. So, hopefully she will be the right one for you. Yeah. And then you can enjoy your lovely future, which is Czech Republic, you said, or Czech Republic wedding and United States living.
Yes, but then when we have children, we are kind of planning on moving back to Czech Republic. So we'll see.
Interesting. So I hope your plans will be very, very as you planned. That everything will go fine, and definitely you can tell me more some other time about her. Yeah. Good. So this was our conversation. Just I think that if we saw each other like face to face, we'd talk about it more because there would be more questions, or probably I would also say something about my husband and so on, but this was supposed to be just about Martin, so we try to make the conversation just about him, but I would say that in this conversation you could listen about his distance relationship, how he got together with her, and also his likes and dislikes. So basically summary of all basic vocabulary about the relationship, and as well Martin speaks super fast, so it won't be any easy listening for anyone. Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much for coming. And probably see you next time.
Thank you so much for having me. See you.